placed in these classes? By what process do you assume that these children are placed in these classes?
I don't know
your
the
name
process.
is Tyrone Jones, so you go to level 3. No. Your name is Billy Weinstein, you go to level 4. So what do you think the process is?
Before, part of the process was teacher recommendation.
What else?
All right. Your grade on certain tests. And it's my understanding that you have to take like 5 tests during the year, during the semester. And based on how you score on that test. And then you have to take the NJ Ask. Right? It depends on how you score on the NJ Ask, which is now changed to Park, I think, right? There's no more NJ Ask. That's your favorite, which is like the Common Core. Right? And you have these certain criterias. But a great part of it used to be teacher recommendation.
Okay.
So what it is that little Mustafa.
What is up with the Mustafa?
There's people by the name of Mustafa.
I mean, but why that name?
Go
ahead.
What's wrong with that? His name is Mustafa. I went to school with a gentleman by the name of Mustafa.
Okay, go ahead, Mustafa.
I'm Nigerian.
That's great. Now, I don't think Nigerians are having this issue, but go ahead.
Mustafa, right, somehow was a student who, very active in class. Very active. But he's bright. He's intelligent. But you know what? They say, I think he's going to be disruptive.
I think that if there is someone that they consider a disruption, yes, a child who could be considered
he's intelligent, but he's disruptive. So we're going to stick him in the lower level. Let him disrupt.
I would assume yes.
Those
in
other
many
kids.
cases,
Yes.
in many cases, a lot of black students, boys in particular,
my son was considered disruptive.
are put in lower level classes because of, their behavioral issues that someone else couldn't deal with. I believe that. Yes.
So what's that? What's that called?
That's called a misplacement.
So the
No, I mean, if the person. Wait a minute.
So
The person.
it's only the kids of color that have behavioral problems that are placed in the lower levels, right?
Listen, Anselm.
I'm listening.
Yes, so we talk about how people are placed in levels.
So are we going to answer that question? Or that's
no, because you answered the question. Yes, it's probably based on test scores, standardized test scores, grades that you have achieved, and a recommendation. So if you look at the standardized test score, and your child is scoring in the 90%, can I finish
which the kids
my
of colors
sentence?
are not going to do good in anyway.
Get out of here.
They're not going to do good in it anyway. So that means
Why do you say that?
Because that's just the reality of it.
So a black kid is not going to do good on a test because that's the reality?
They're not prepared for it. If you're in the lower levels, if you're in middle school, right? And you're in the whatever lower level class you're in, and then you got to take the NJ Ask, as opposed to a kid that's in a higher level. How are you then all of a sudden going to score high on that test? How are you going to score high on that test? Let's be honest. How? Unless your parents give you outside help and send you to a tutor. That's what we have to do.
And so, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just naive about it all. Because you know what? I really don't think I didn't do anything special. So, and I hate coming back to me. I hate talking about my own experiences because I'm just one person. And just like you're one person. Not to negate what has happened to you. It's certainly not to negate what's happened to me. But I'm saying to you that...
It's similar, right? What happened to you and I, right? It's similar, right?
No. It's not similar.
Were you in all high levels?
What do you mean? Is me or are we talking about our children? Of course I wasn't.
Oh, you're talking about our children.
I'm talking about our children.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I didn't have to advocate. My son had something going on with math. That's him. But he didn't have anything going on with English. So he's in an enrichment math and in a project that had English. That's the way it is. He was assessed that way. And then later on, they said, okay, well, listen, they put him in a level 3 class. And he says, well, this class is different than the level 4 classes. I'm sure it is. And then the teacher was like, for whatever reason, because he's not a, disruptive person, you don't belong in here. Like they would have told any other white kid who didn't make a lot of noise, who's looking like, what the hell is going on? You don't belong in here. And then the next year, they put him in a step-up thing in the summer and moved him up a level. And somehow now he's doing better in English than most of the other subjects while he's in Morehouse. So I'm saying to you that I don't think that it's always... Now, again, my own personal experience, when my daughter was in the 90th percentile and everything in the 8th grade, and they tried to move her into a lower level,
They tried to move her into a lower level.
I don't know if it was from 7th to 8th or from 6 to 7 or whatever it was. And I already had this discussion that the teacher said, watch out and pay attention to what's going on. And that's what I did. How are you going to put somebody who's in the 90th percentile all across the board? I'm sorry, we made a mistake. Hold up. So it is a vigilance that's necessary, but I don't think that vigilance of a parent is only necessary for black parents, because I hear white parents say it too.
It's not that necessary.
No. I listen. I talk to all kinds of people, and I hear white parents say that too. They tried to put my kid. No, they don't know me from Adam. Do you understand? And you think I'm not like you, Anselm. I'm not well known in this community. I could be sitting in a bar and somebody will say something and I'll have a discussion, or I'm at a function or a party and I listen. And when I was considering running for the board, I was really listening to what people were saying, and people all over, be they black, white, Hispanic, or otherwise, believe they're getting jerked. Everyone believes that they're getting messed up.
But their kids are in high levels anyway.
And the other thing,
gifted and talented.
They're not all of them.
Most of them.
Not all of them.
Most of them.
And another point. There was something here, he says, Maplewood South Orange. See, this is a thing about statistics. You can take these numbers and skew them however you want. So if you say Maplewood South Orange is a town where there is more, wider range or bigger gap, I don't think there's very many towns in this community where you could measure black students in one school versus white students in another one. Because this is a very segregated state. Milburn, probably the number of black people they have can be counted on one hand. Livingston, the same. Probably the only district that's comparable to this would be West Orange. You can't say it about Irvington because that's a majority black school. You can't say that about Newark because that's the majority black district. So if you have a district...
What about Livingston?
I think Livingston is primarily white. And all you got to do is go on city data and look that up. So again, this is South Orange, Maplewood, maybe versus West Orange. That's probably I don't even know what the demographics of West Orange.
Cedar Grove.
I don't know what that is either, but I don't see Cedar Grove as being a predominantly black town or a predominantly black school.
Okay.
So if you have
Belleville High School.
I don't know anything about Belleville High School, but I'm just saying to you that there are not that many schools in this region
that looks like Columbia.
That look like Columbia High School.
That's why we got all those problems.
That's because of that. Because those, you have the numbers. He's saying this school and maybe another school, because sure, you can pull out the numbers. If you say the difference between blacks in Milburn and whites in Milburn, you only got 3 black kids in Milburn, then you're not going to have the same kind of information.
Well, I don't think we should ever compare Columbia High School to Milburn. That's not a good comparison.
No, but I'm saying if you only have this data, you can only manipulate data that you can have. You can't have that same kind of data at Milburn High School.
Marjorie, I think, I know you're a very, very intelligent young lady.
I'm not a young lady. I'm a woman.
A very intelligent woman.
Thank you. But it's not. I'm just
and
telling you.
There are some things that I think that you are.
All right, come on with the insult. Go ahead.
No, with the insult. Some things I just think that you are.
I have direct experience dealing with children, and so I think I'm going to pull that the educator card out, not the race card, but the educator card out, and tell you what I have observed.
I never play no race card.
Okay, it's just a joke.
Yeah, no, that's important to know that.
I believe, you're pulling it now, but I'm telling you.
Am I pulling it? I'm using the facts from the article.
I'm saying to you.
Those are the facts that I'm using.
I'm saying to you.
I didn't make it up.
That many white kids are misplaced and many black kids are misplaced.
But that's what I was trying to tell you all along, Marjorie. No. Why is that?
And the white kids are misplaced because their parents probably advocated for them.
You go back and you said.
Take a breather, Anselm.
But you
too bad we can't go for a commercial break. We really need one because I'm tired of talking right now. My mouth is tired of moving. And you got this look. God, I'm going to take a picture of this.
Yeah, when we stream, people are going to see the look. I was just trying to tell you.
No, but I
was just trying to. I told you before. I said, Marjorie, a lot of these kids are in these classes because their parents are advocate. They're sitting on these different PTA. They sit on this. Oh, no. Now you come back and you say the same exact thing. The same exact thing that I just told you. Because that is my experience. I sat on those committees. I sat on those committees. So when we talk about these things, I think what it is that now, Marjorie, everything at Columbia High School is not about race. Everything is not about race. There are some kids in the school system who want to be in those lower tracks.
I said that, Anselm, and you denied that.
There are some. I never denied that. I said there are some kids who want to be there. But I believe that the majority of the kids don't want to be there.
Okay, well, that's what your belief is, but you got no proof of it, just like I have none.
The ACLU just give you the proof. They just told you.
That's the proof that they don't want to be there.
Yes, because they based on discrimination. That's why they are there. That's what they're telling you. They're not telling you anything else. They're not telling you they're there because they're dumb. They don't know what they're doing. They're not telling you that.
Okay, so they would have to, from me, pull that information out. If they've gone and looked at everybody's records who's in a level 2 or 3 class, and they all scored in the upper percentile of whatever, and deserve whatever it is, privileges that you may believe that are so much better for honor students, then that's what should be done.
You don't believe privileges are better for honors than AP students? You don't believe that? You don't believe if I'm an AP student, I have a better chance of scoring high on the SAT? If I'm an honor student, I have a better chance of doing good on the NJAX or now the PARC test? If I'm in gifted and talented, I have a better chance of excelling in my classes? But if I'm in a lower level, there's a great possibility,
All education does not come from a school. All education does not come from a school. It comes from many places. And the first place it comes from is your home. So you can't put every academic... No. You can't put every academic problem on a school. I just got your kid for X number of hours per week, per year. I didn't start your kid. I didn't bring your kid. That's because that's what I am. I didn't make your kid.
You want to defend teachers to the hilt. You don't care. You're going to defend them. You're going to defend. You know what you like? It's like a football game. All you want to do is to play defense. You don't want to go on offense. You only want to play defense. Right? Why don't you go on offense every once in a while?
You need to cut with the sports analogies because I don't care about that.
All right, let me basketball.
I don't want to care about. I don't want to hear about that. You only want to
play offense. You only want to play defense. You don't want to play offense. Why is that?
Anselm, you cannot trace every educational problem to a school. You just can't.
What? You just said that?
Is it my fault that your kid can't read?
So you said that. the 70% of these kids
I didn't say
that are
anything.
being tracked is not because
It's not all the school situation. It's a whole community thing. Everybody has something to do with that. Come on, you know that. Don't even try to label me as something. And we